Here we are once again for Wet Hot Titanic 7. This one is a little bit of a short episode, short and sweet. Not like me. I am big and large. I'm big and bigger, big and bitter. I'm huge. I'm not short, by the way. We are doing You Are There, the sinking of the Titanic. This was a radio show. You can see a DVD box set right here. And we are watching one episode of it. What is You Are There? Well, it started out as a radio talk show. Uh, and made the transition, Happy Pride Month, transition into video, into film, right, television, over the years. This particular episode of You Are There was released on May 22nd, 1955. This is now 43 years after the sinking. Wait, did I do that math correctly? Let me check to make sure that that is correct. 55 minus 12 is 43. Okay, and we always like to do 2026 minus 43 years, which would make this 1983. So we are they were as far removed as the actual Titanic sinking as we are today from 1983. What was happening in 1983? News. 1983 news. Cold War tensions. Oh, the Challenger. The Challenger was the Challenger was the one that blew up, right? No, the Challenger landed safely. Challenger was fine. Okay. So the Challenger being just fine is as far as the Titanic sinking to them. So this is a short little episode. It was is one episode of syndicated broadcast television. So it's only 24 minutes, black and white. We got sound. It was produced by CBS Television. And this is season 3, episode 38. It went on for many, many years. So, I don't know how many, what is this called again? It's called You Are There. How many episodes did this have? You Are There. There were 5 seasons total. Maybe about 20 per season. So quick maths. 20 times 5. So maybe about 100 seasons, right? So we're like smack dab in the middle of this. Okay, so it did start out as a radio program in 1947. The first episode being about the tragedy of the Hindenburg. And then transitioned into television with legendary broadcast journalist Walter Cronkite. Here he is, as the host of the show in 1953. So the whole point of the show is kind of like get you in into the action of different tragedies. It's right. It's literally in the title, right? You are there. So they're going to basically take you back in time to a specific event in history and kind of treat you like a journalist who is going through the event themselves. Um, and when we do go in, we will kind of see that it does kind of have this kind of seemingly very like to our maybe modern audience taste kind of hokey um affect to it. The framing device is very in your face about like, hey, listen, this is entirely fictional, okay? We're just having like a little bit of fun, all right? This is fake, but we are putting you in a historical context, okay? Um, and as I got a degree in theater, I took one of my courses was to do a voice acting. And I signed up thinking, you know, my dumbass thinking I was gonna go like learn how to dub some anime or something. And they were like, "No, we're going back to like the roots of theatricality, dear, because if you know the history of theater is that uh some might say the purest form of acting is vocal performance, because that was at the times that the Greeks were producing, well, they invented the genre, you see, of theater. Was the Twilight Zone running during this time? Probably. Twilight Zone. Started in 1959. Where did You Are There go till? Ooh, they just missed it. You Are There ended in 57. But so very close. They missed it by just a couple of years. Just a couple of them. Um, but the Greeks, when they were doing their performances, you have to remember they were outside in these grand amphitheaters, right? They didn't have mics, so the only way that they were able to project an actor's voice from the stage all the way back into the nosebleed seats, um, the only way that you could do that was through the actor's performance itself, right? Projecting your voice to reach them back there. And also because at the time you were kind of locked into a theatrical mask, right? That's where the symbols of theater being the like that smiling and frowning mask, those came from the ancient Greek tradition of a sculpted mask that's much, much bigger, that it's probably like that big or so, but in the mouth of that mask, it's carved to be a little bit more of this shape, right? So it kind of acts as exactly those masks, the comedy and tragedy. So it acts like a natural megaphone, right? So it blasts your voice over there. And also at the time, um, uh, the body acting was very heavily choreographed, right? So it was a part of the part that you would play as an actor to do the exact same almost mechanical body movements time and time again. So your face is covered, there's no facial acting there. Your body is locked into very rigorous choreography. There is no individual acting choice to happen there. The only individual acting choice that can happen is through the performance of your voice, right? So, um, that's what they said they wanted to teach us through these voice acting classes, and most of what we did was recite old radio shows. Um, so a lot of these radio shows did have this kind of very, like, hokey, "We're in a fiction. Hello, and welcome to the fiction." Also because, like, you had to come kinda in and out of it to do, like, the commercials and stuff, so it's hard to do without the visual indicators that other mediums have. You just have what is playing through sound, right? So, you do kind of have to have these framing devices of, "Here we go, we're doing fiction stuff," and I think this is also probably, uh, boosted by, the infamous, 1938 Orson Welles production of War of the Worlds, um, which, right, the beginning of it, radio drama, right, which means that there are a lot of people in the booth portraying characters, and it starts out as like a newsreel of like, aliens have descended and they're attacking New York City, and oh, the humanity, they're just vaporizing people. Good God. So for like the first like 20 minutes or so, there were a lot of reports of people like thinking that that was really actually happening. Aliens were here and vaporizing people, before the first commercial break that happened, right? So I think a lot of radio, especially ever since that, was very careful about like being like, we are doing a fake thing. We are going back in time to see what was going on the Titanic, okay? We're here to have fun, not scare you. Ooh. So, um, yes, that makes sense. Gotta let the folks know it's a show because that was recent in their minds. Right. Right. That was only 20 or so years ago, as opposed to the 40 of when the Titanic went down. You know, I was still around for then. Um, so, um, just to touch in, the host of tonight's production is Walter Leland Cronkite Jr. He is a junior, by the way, who was born November 4th, 1916, and lived through July 17th, 2009. Was a broadcast journalist for many, many years. I think he also started in the late 40s, doing stuff. He would be the host here for this production, or this show, and then he would go on to be the anchorman of CBS Evening News, where the evening news was a big fucking deal, right? Before the 24-hour news cycle, this was where everybody got their news, and CBS and Walter Cronkite being one of the biggest news channels that was on back when there were just less channels on the TV, period. He would then go on to become known as the most trusted man in America. And oh my God, Walter, if only you could see the state of CBS now. Jesus Christ and Almighty. Wowie zowie. It's not good, Walter. Jesus Christ. Uh, he was also very famous for his departing catchphrase, and that's the way it is. This is Walter Cronkite in 1983. So we will see him in the 50s in black and white. But he would go on to be like the news guy. So, um, and he kind of got his start doing this cool little like it's a very educational, it's trying to be educational, it's trying to be like engaging, very it's very what I want to do. I don't want to spoil too much of the Wet Hot Titanic Summer, but what I need to do is I need to find my copy of um oh gosh, now I can't remember what it was called. The Treehouse, the Treehouse Kids. The Magic Treehouse books. about the kids who had like a magic book lady, and she would send them. It does sound very PBS actually. She would send them back in time to get like a specific like thing that they would have to go do in the magic tree. One of the magic tree houses that I remember from my childhood very deeply and personally is the Titanic one. So we'll have to read that at some point. But this feels very much in the vein of the Magic Tree House. So surprise, surprise, Magic Tree House is somewhere on the docket. I hope you are excited for it. uh, but I hope you are prepared. I hope you all are ready. If you need to go get some snacks.
We come to this place for magic. We come to Gay MC Theatres to laugh, to cry, to care. Because we need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling you get when the lights begin to dim and you go somewhere you've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are. Gay MC Theatres. We make movies better.
What's the topic for this one again?
Metallurgy.
The diuretic?
Let's see. Metallurgy, the branch of science and technology concerned with the properties of metals and their production and purification.
What could we possibly have to say about the purification of metal?
Mr. Phillips, what kind?
The sinking of the Titanic. You are there.
Walter Cronkite reporting April 14th, 1912. A new era has begun in ocean transportation as the famous British White Star liner Titanic begins its first run across the Atlantic Ocean. The biggest, fastest, most luxurious liner in the world. The Titanic is expected not only to break all existing speed records for passenger ships, but also to provide a model for future ocean travel in terms of comfort and, above all, of safety. Already dubbed the unsinkable ship, the Titanic is a marvel of marine engineering and craftsmanship. With its launching, man has taken another giant step forward in his conquest of space. 4 days ago, the Titanic left Southampton, England, headed for New York City. At this moment, she's on the high seas. Well, this first trip is naturally a feeling-out voyage, and it is doubtful whether the great ship will be pushed to her limits. Still, the posting of a good time for the trip will assure for its owners the fame and fortune predicted for the Titanic. Several reporters are on board the ship now, ready to bring you the latest reports of what may well be an epic-making transatlantic trip. All things are as they were then, except
You are there.
This is Fleet Roberts on the bridge of the Titanic somewhere in the North Atlantic. This is our 5th night out since leaving Southampton, and the voyage has been as pleasant as it's been uneventful. The weather has been very clear, although rather unusually cold for this time of year, and the ship has been making extremely good time. No one is predicting a record yet, but no one will be surprised if one is made. The officer you see there is Captain E.J. Smith, master of the Titanic. With him is Lord Bruce Ismay, chairman of the White Star Line, the company that, as you know, owns the Titanic. Captain Smith, sir, is the Titanic performing up to your expectation?
If anything, beyond them.
Do you think you'll break the record?
Perhaps, perhaps not.
I myself would be surprised if it were not broken. You know how much of a run we've made in the past 24 hours? 500 miles, sir. 500 miles.
And 26.
526 miles, and we'll do more tomorrow, I promise you that. Unless, of course, the weather gets a bit sticky. Fog, you know, or a storm.
Or ice.
Have there been icebergs reported, sir?
A few. We don't usually get them this far south, but this spring has been somewhat exceptional, I must say.
Why is that, sir?
Well, it all goes back 2 years when they had an unusually warm summer up north. Broke off whole islands of ice, I'm told. And, naturally, they drift their way down here. But they move so slowly it has taken...
Is there it? There it is. My wire just was hanging off of hanging off of my stand a little bit. It wasn't a good connection. Okay, yes, yes, yes. I don't know if you heard me, but I did say that they're already painting like Ismay as the like annoying chud behind him, right? And Captain Smith is like the annoyingly competent, annoyed competent one.
Would they be much of a problem, sir?
Oh, we travel so much faster than they do that, of course, we could get out of their way.
Speaking of being faster, could you tell me some of the other characteristics of the Titanic, some of the features which set her apart from other ships?
Well, she's big
It's hard to know where to begin.
and beautiful,
Roughly
robust,
46,000 tons, 880 feet
voluptuous,
long.
actually.
That makes her the longest and largest ship afloat, doesn't it?
It
See?
does
That's
indeed.
exactly what she was
And it's also the
saying.
strongest. Heavy keel, reinforced inner and outer bottom.
And haven't I heard something about a most efficient pumping system?
Very unusual.
She's good at pumping.
Very powerful pumps. Could pump
Very
enormous
powerful
quantities
pump.
of water out there. And enough piping so that it could be led into any area in which she might be taking water. As if she would, of course.
Could you tell me something about the bulkheads? I understand they're far superior to those on any other ship.
How many bulkheads does the Titanic have?
15, my lord. Transverse bulkheads, that is.
Their watertight doors are electrically controlled, dividing her into how many watertight compartments, Captain?
16. steam flow.
Was the Titanic a squirter? And that's kind of, they weren't expecting that, and that's kind of where the whole, that's where like things happened, you know. They just weren't expecting it. Big and
Controlled
bombastic.
by these switches in here, and so proportioned that any two of the largest could be completely flooded without affecting the ship's floating powers. We could strike Westminster Abbey itself and float home under our own steam. But
My lord, probably.
you are on an unsinkable ship, my boy. There's a man on board
Boy.
wants to meet you, one of our stockholders. I think it might be wise.
Well, you'll excuse us, won't you?
Todd
Stoinks.
Hunter is in the main first-class
Yes,
salon with
she
some of the
was.
distinguished passengers making this trip.
They
Come in.
were just surprised, right? They didn't expect that to be happening. No, it's not bad. No, you shouldn't be embarrassed about that. I just wasn't expecting it.
Todd Hunter. The roster of passengers on this maiden voyage of the Titanic reads like a who's who of both British
Again,
and American
another
society.
interior set that is just
That's
obviously a
Colonel
building
Jacob Astor
and not
over there
on a
with his
ship.
young bride. And with him is Major Archibald Butt, personal aide to President Taft. Colonel Astor, what do you think of the Titanic?
Magnificent. Everything they said she was. Britannia rules the waves, eh, Bud?
Do you think America will be able to match it, Colonel?
Beg your pardon, what'd you say?
I say, do you think America will be able to match it?
Why, I imagine in due time, but right now the British are way ahead of us. On the seas, that is. It is a magnificent ship. You hardly feel you're at sea at all. And if you stay inside, well, like never leaving the plaza. Isn't it, darling?
Oh, I think she's just beautiful.
That's the word,
The
beautiful.
British
They
did
do a
used to be
beautiful job,
known for
British,
the
you have to hand it to 'em.
manufacturing.
Thank you, Colonel and Mrs. Astor.
Now it's just beans.
And that is Mr. and Mrs. Strauss. As you know, Mr. Strauss is head of the famous New York department store, R.H. Macy and Company. Having a good trip,
Macy's.
Mr. Strauss? Delightful.
Did
Couldn't
he
imagine
make
a
the
better one.
parade?
Are your quarters
I think he maybe
comfortable?
did.
No complaints about the food?
I haven't slept as well in years, or eaten as well either. Except, of course, when you've done the cooking.
Pay no attention to him. I'm a terrible cook.
Pay no attention to her. Best cook I ever saw. Why, I married her.
Do you think the Titanic will start a trend toward liners of this size?
Well, speaking as a businessman, of course, not as a sailor, the trend in everything is toward size. Everything's getting bigger these days, and better, too. Just look at the buildings going up. Why, 20 stories high is nothing. No telling where they'll stop.
But isn't that dangerous, dear?
Not if you know what you're doing.
Why should things be so big?
Well, in ships, in general, the bigger they are, the faster they go.
But why should they be so fast?
Oh, there you go
No.
again. Right to the heart of the matter. You should have been a lawyer, my dear. But you can still quote me on the Titanic. It's a miracle, and I'm grateful to be on it.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Strauss. The man just coming in from the deck is Frederick Hoyt of New York. Mr. Hoyt is the well-known naval architect. Oh, Mr. Hoyt.
Yes?
May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the 100th anniversary of it was in 2024, but because the parade was canceled for 2 years during World War II, the actual 100th parade is this year's parade. I still have not found. In 1924, store employees marched Macy's Herald Square dressed in vibrant costumes. Okay, so it was an employee thing that started in 1924. So after this guy died. Okay. Started the squirting phase. It's true.
Builder of ships yourself.
Titanic.
Tell us, please, your
Squirter.
impressions of the Titanic.
Well, she's quite magnificent, of course.
Wait, who's
Please,
he?
Mr. Hoyt.
Hoyt?
May I ask you a few... The man just coming in from the deck is Frederick Hoyt of New York. Mr. Hoyt is the well-known naval architect. Oh, Mr. Hoyt.
Yes?
May I ask you a few
Oh,
questions?
he's big in the Cameron version, yeah?
As a designer and builder of ships yourself, would you tell us, please, your impressions of the Titanic?
Well, she's quite magnificent, of course. I was just having another look around her. She's absolutely the latest word.
Do you think she merits the title, the unsinkable ship?
Well, I imagine the Titanic comes as close to it as anything on the sea ever has.
Do you have any reservations about anything?
Well, there's a French restaurant, a palm court, Turkish baths, electric baths, squash courts. There doesn't seem to be anything that anyone would want.
I was talking about the ship itself, sir.
Oh, you put me in a difficult position, being in the same line of business as it was.
Do you have any reservations about the Titanic? Well, I do have one set for the Parisian salon tonight at 4 o'clock.
Any comment at all that you'd have?
The Titanic has every modern improvement and every possible safety device. The chances of ever getting into any serious trouble are extremely remote.
Thank you, Mr. Hoyle. Cleet Roberts has some information now from the bridge. Come in, Cleet Roberts.
There have been a few developments up here that may be of interest in showing the operation of the Titanic, particularly when any special precautions have to be taken. We are now entering a great field of ice plotted by the ship's navigators as some 70 miles long and 12 miles wide. No ice has yet been seen, but Mr. Murdoch, the chief mate, who has relieved Captain Smith on the bridge here, is ready to receive any warnings from the lookout up above in the crow's nest. Mr. Murdoch, how will you be informed if and when ice is sighted?
3 bells from the lookout. He has a telephone up there, too. He can pick it up right here.
Does he have enough visibility? There doesn't seem to be any moon.
Oh, it's clear enough. You'd be surprised how far you can see from up there. And you can see better without the moon. There's no reflection.
Well, what do the navigators base their calculations on if no ice has been seen?
Oh, reports from other ships mostly. We've been getting them all day. One from the Coronia this morning, others from the Mesaba, the Baltic, the America. Also, the other ships, when they spot an ice field, they tell all the other ships about it. Then the temperature dropped 11 degrees from 6:30 to 9 tonight. If that doesn't mean ice, I'm in the wrong business.
Have any other precautions been taken, such as slowing down?
2 hours ago, we were making 22 knots. We're making 24 and a half now.
Isn't that dangerous with ice around?
We maintain course and speed as long as visibility's good.
But,
What would you have us do, mister? Come in late on the maiden voyage? What good is it building the biggest and best? He also isn't going to be the fastest. That's no way to make £1 million.
But if there's ice already reported.
If there's ice, we'll see it. And if we don't see it, well, mister, this ship is unsinkable, isn't it? Don't you read the newspapers? Haven't you read about it?
This ship is unsinkable. There's nothing bad shall ever happen to us, you stupid cocksucker bitch.
How to stop it? How to stop it? Let down the engine.
Immediate change up. Immediate change up. Ooh, nothing bad is ever going to happen to us. Oh no, something bad is happening to us right now.
Close all watertight doors then.
Doors closed, sir?
Good. I'll go below and see what damage there is. Good thing we didn't hit head on.
Yes, sir. Full ahead.
Ooh, this is ripping right through. I mean, of course, it only has about 20 minutes
No need to get alarmed.
to get the whole story, so it's moving quite
Harlow
fast.
Wilcox is in the
Happy
wireless
Pride,
room
everyone.
to show us the workings of this new invention that has so greatly added to man's safety and ability to communicate. Come in, Harlow Wilcox.
The wireless is a comparatively new thing on ships, as you know, and it's rare to find a wireless operator of advanced years. The young man here is John Phillips, the Titanic's chief operator, who has just come on duty. He and his assistant, Harold Bride, have been very busy on this maiden voyage. Mr. Phillips, what kind of messages are you sending or receiving now?
Mostly personal or business messages from the passengers to the States.
Are you in touch with other ships as well?
We gab about a bit.
Here, gab a bit with these.
Right you are, Steward. I say, did you feel us hit anything just now? Seems to me we shivered as if we'd brushed something.
You'd shiver, too, if you were down in that water. Just like the middle of winter out there.
Seems to me we're slowing as well.
Mr. Phillips, we struck an iceberg. Stand by to send out a call for assistance. But don't do anything until you get word from me. It may not be necessary. Steward, you stand by here for further orders.
Yes, sir.
We stopped.
We're finally getting some much more accurate
Whatever
information.
it was, can't be more than a scratch. They just got the wind up because she's new and all.
I hope you're right.
We probably ran into some poor old whale, and they're having a board of directors meeting
Phillips?
about it.
Send out the international distress signal immediately.
Yes, sir. Todd Hunter is on deck now. Come in, Todd Hunter. The passengers here in first class were all alerted a little while ago, and are now coming up.
Oh,
to
and
take
their
their
little
place in the
uniforms. Look at them.
lifeboat. No one knows
This guy
exactly yet what
in the
happened,
foreground,
but no one seems
he is
particularly
acting.
alarmed.
Did you see him?
Seems inconceivable that such a slight bump, if indeed that's what it was, could have damaged a ship like the Titanic. Those of the passengers who aren't annoyed at being called out of bed in the middle of a cold night are taking the whole procedure as some kind of stunt.
The Estes.
Oh, Colonel Astor. Colonel Astor.
Yes.
Do you know what's happening?
What?
I say, do you know what's happening?
Some sort of drill, I guess. Must be our ship, huh?
Well, we're not getting into this, are we?
Women and children only, sir.
Well, isn't there room for everyone else?
Women and children, madam, that's all I was told.
Aren't there enough boats?
Attention, crew.
Why aren't there enough boats?
Don't worry your head about the boats. Certainly there are enough boats.
The boats?
Well, it's really an elementary precaution that's always taken. Women and children first. It's kind of a tradition, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Old Captain Smith, he's a stickler for tradition. I'll be in one of the other boats right behind you. Now get in. Don't worry.
But why? There isn't any danger, is there? It said the Titanic couldn't sink.
So it can't.
You're absolutely sure, aren't you?
Darling, doesn't matter a tinker's damn whether I'm sure or not. What's important is that Lloyd's of London insured this ship for the lowest marine rate it's ever given. Does that convince you?
Well, I suppose it's Lloyd. There'll be another boat for you, won't
They're
there?
flirting.
Can't see anything but boats. I'll be able to get.
They're very goth, you
Well,
know.
that's
Oh,
bad.
death kind of turns me on a little bit. We might die tonight. Are folks really this dense? Yes! They really did believe that nothing bad would ever happen to them. This is all just... remember, most of the boats went out only like half full. They thought it would be more dangerous out in the lifeboats than on the ship. They didn't know it was going to go down like all the way. Bye-bye!
As soon as it's free. Captain Smith. Captain Smith.
Yes?
Is the ship badly damaged?
I'm busy.
Tell us what happened?
We collided with an iceberg, hit the part that is underwater. I've ordered all passengers into the lifeboats. Watch those falls when you lower away. See it doesn't get fouled up in the hook. Mr. Hoyt, number 2 boat on the starboard side will be ready to lower in 5 minutes. I suggest you put your wife into it.
My wife's boat was just lowered. What's the damage?
We're ripped from stem to stern.
Below the waterline?
Yes, from the forepeak to number 5 boiler room.
Ripped.
Just as though you'd done it with
She
a knife.
busted wide
The
open.
gash must be some 300 foot long. And 14
This is
foot
the
of
most
water in the
sexual
forward compartment within the first
Titanic
10 minutes.
viewing we've had so far.
Take care of it?
No. You'd better get into a boat yourself.
Regardless of your boat number, proceed to starboard boat deck.
Is my wife's boat still close to the ship?
I believe so, sir. But you can't tell them there's anything really wrong. The boats are pulling away half empty.
The boats are pulling away half empty. Oh, there they go. Oh, now everybody knows it's serious. Oh, there they go. They got that whole set out of jig.
I advise you to get in the boat quickly.
Harlow Wilcox has gone to other parts of the ship to see how the evacuation is going on. Come in, Harlow Wilcox.
I'm down here in the steerage of the Titanic, where an attempt is being made to get the steerage passengers out to the lifeboats. The seaman assigned to this job seems to be having some difficulty.
Look, I'm trying to give it to you straight and simple. The ship's sinking. It's going down, see? And all the women and children I want out to the boat. Out to the boat. See? See? No. Look, the ship's in trouble. Trouble. Sick. Sick. Oh. Isn't there anybody in here that speaks English, Mum? Hi, lady. Now listen.
Poor people are all, you know,
It's going down.
immigrants
all
and
the
stuff.
women and children out to the boats, folks. Too late. Better get a move on, Jocko. She ain't got much longer to go. Well, what am I going to do with these? I can't make them understand me. That's their lookout. You better get topside before you go down with them. What, is as bad as that? Mortal, Jocko. Riley.
Good night, Wiley.
Listen, this ship is going to go down any minute. Right down, see? Down. Yeah, down. Huh? Don't you understand? Come here. Look, I want your kids and your women all out to the boats before it's too late. Do you understand? Don't you understand? No touch, you lads. It's the time's running out. Now, come on. Here. Oh, lady. I'm not going to hurt you, kid. I'm trying to save you. Can't you get it through your head?
Better get a move on. The number 6 boiler room was flooded. 6 boiler.
Back to Todd Hunter on deck. Come in, Todd Hunter.
Someone who doesn't know that most sexual.
The boats are still pulling
We all
away
needed
from
a
the
little
ship.
bit of action.
Some of the passengers are beginning to realize now this is no joke, that the Titanic is really in trouble. But there is no panic, and the evacuation proceeds quietly. Captain Smith. Oh, Captain Smith.
I'm busy.
Are other ships coming to your rescue?
A ship has been sighted a few miles off to port. She hasn't responded to our wirelesses yet, but we're sending up rockets. She should see them soon.
Have any responded to the wireless?
Yes, a few. The Carpathia is the nearest.
Carpathia mentioned.
She'll be here in a few hours.
Will that be time enough?
We'll have to see. Yes, Phillips.
My assistant's on the quay, sir.
Good.
We've got the Frankfurt now. She's a German ship, sir. Also the Mount Temple in the Baltic. They're all on the way.
Any further news from the Carpathia?
Still coming full speed, sir. They're doing the best they can.
Good.
Just one thing, sir, if it can be done. There's a terrible amount of steam being let off.
Well, the engineers are reducing steam. We can hardly afford any explosions at this point.
I realize that, sir, but the signals are rather faint now. We need all the quiet we can get, otherwise we can't hear them.
Very well. I'll see what can be done to decrease the noise.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
I'll take care of it, sir, but I wanted to tell you the 2 forward compartments are completely flooded. They're using the emergency dynamos now. I've ordered the firemen out, but the engineers insist on staying. They say that if they keep the pumps going all along, that we'll stay afloat.
Densely packed like facts. Very, very quickly
Hardly time enough for the
done.
Carpathia to get here.
Right?
Has that
It's a
ship
very short
port office
television
port
episode.
any? Well, get the boats away and see that they're all full. And remember, women and children first.
Very well, sir. We'll return you to the deck in just a moment. Meanwhile, for coverage of the activities below, here is Dick Joy in one of the engine rooms.
This is Dick Joy. We're just inside the bulkhead of Engine Room 7, and we'll try to find out what the situation is. You, sir, may we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Could you tell us how things are going down here?
Well, we're not flooded in this compartment yet, if that's what you mean.
Well, just why are you letting steam off from the boilers?
To prevent an explosion. If there's a full rate of steam and cold seawater breaks through and hits a boiler, it'll blow sky high. That would send us to the bottom class.
Didn't Captain Smith order all you engineers to go above?
It wasn't exactly an order. We knew we had to keep the pressure down, and the pumps had to be manned.
Well, then you feel there's still a chance to save the ship?
Not a chance. But with the pumps out of operation, she'd make a dive in a matter of minutes. This way, we may be able to keep it afloat for an hour or so. Give them a chance to get close to the passenger door. Or until help arrives.
Well, how will you know when to go above yourselves for your own safety?
Don't worry about me. Excuse me.
That's all from Engine Room 7. And again, we
Dick.
return
Oh,
you to the main
I didn't
deck.
even. Dick Joy. I'm sure the Titanic very much did enjoy Dick Joy very deep inside her, you
I
know.
want you to get in this boat. There's no sense in you staying here.
Here's the Strausses again, another very famous
I'll be all right. There's no need to worry
old
about
couple.
me.
It's like love or whatever they stay together.
You're being very foolish.
I won't leave you. After all this time together, I wouldn't know what to do without you.
But it's just being sensible.
Ooh, looky there. A little cheater on the Hays Code. We could show a kiss if it's indirect, you know? Good for them. A little bit of action. Whoa, watch the pornographic images on screen, you guys.
It is.
Be careful. I know we've been talking a lot about sex this time, but that's an indirect kiss through some fingertips. That's a little too hot and heavy for broadcast television.
Goodbye, Mr. Murdoch.
Oh, sorry. Was this more Ismay stuff? It's almost over.
You... No. Well, at least...
No,
Hello,
that's some
Mr.
other
Hoyt?
guy.
Well, Captain?
Hoyt.
Looks cold down here.
It is.
Well, at least it will
It
give me
is.
some sort of a chance. I don't suppose you... No. Stupid of me. Sorry. Well, goodbye, Captain.
Good luck, Mr. Hoyt.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Murdoch. Lifeboat's gone, sir.
Good. Is the ship
Did he
all
take
picture
it?
up
Is
on
he
deck?
going to just go jump into the water? Is that what he's
Say
doing?
something if they're up to it, please, Mr. Murdoch.
He took his coat off.
Captain Smith, sir.
Yes, steward?
Passenger on B deck, I wish to report, sir.
Report? What for?
Smashing in company property, sir. Breaking down doors. Pulling mattresses off beds. Says he's going to make some sort of a raft with them. Well, I tell you, sir, I'm responsible for that, and the regulation says that any...
Steward.
Yes, sir.
Your devotion to your company is admirable. I shall always
They're
remember it.
stealing things.
And now, I
The ship
suggest
is
you do
going
something
down,
about
loser.
leaving the ship before
Stop
he
being
sinks.
such a fucking narc.
Exactly.
But I'm responsible to the company, sir.
Yes, steward. So am I. You think the orchestra could play as a hymn, Mr. Murdoch?
Undoubtedly, sir.
Here it is.
Seem to understand the situation fairly well.
Yes.
How about the rockets, Mr. Murdoch?
We've sent up the last consent, sir. There's nothing more we can do.
No, I don't suppose there is. Well, I shall go up to the bridge. Goodbye, Mr. Murdoch.
Goodbye, Captain.
Closer, my God, to thee. It always happens. Oh, and he ascends. Oh, everybody's jumping
2.5
now.
hours after scraping the side of the iceberg, the Titanic sank to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, there she goes.
She went quietly, her bow dipping deeper and deeper into the water until her stern stood straight up in the air. Then gently and gracefully, she slid beneath the waves while the horrified survivors watched from the half-empty lifeboats. 2 hours later, the SS Carpathia came on the scene and took aboard the survivors 712 passengers and crew members. Going down with the ship were 1,517 men, women, and children. The sinking of the unsinkable Titanic broke over the Western world like an earthquake. Investigations were immediately held both in the United States and Great Britain, but no blame ever was really assessed. Certified to carry more than 3,000 persons, the Titanic had lifeboats for only 1,100. Yet the irony of the disaster was that not even these were filled, so confident were the passengers in the myth of the unsinkable ship. The other tragic irony was that throughout that terrible night, another ship, the SS Californian, lay just a few miles away with their radio operator off duty, deaf to the wireless signals tapped out by the stricken ship, and heedless of the distress rockets sent up by the Titanic.
Jeez,
the only
Dylan.
tangible result of the tragedy was that a system of ice patrols was instigated for the North Atlantic to warn ships of the ice danger. But it came too late to save the greatest ship of its day, the noble and ill-fated Titanic. What sort of a day was it? A day like all days, filled with those events that alter and illuminate our time. And you were there.
We were there, everybody. Well, that was very, very informative and very, very short. I do very much like this format of like something being it, it is very PBS, right? Like we were saying, it's also very as a Epcot enjoyer. Oh, Epcot enjoyer, right? It's having a kind of history thing kind of very accessible in this kind of way of putting you as like you get a role assigned to you, right? Like you're a journalist. Ready? Isn't it fun to play a journalist, kids? And then you get to go and interview people who are experiencing the Titanic sinking live, you know? So it's a cute little format. I liked that. I enjoyed that. Um no matter how kind of a little bit childish it is, it's fun. It was fun, I think. Um, uh, the Titanic's a squirter. Is there anything else we can add to this tonight? What else is there to say? She busted right open. Her big pumping action, you know. Dick Joy Annihilator 5000. And that's the way it was, right? Right? Walter Cronkite, please? She was allowed to. Let's say a little bit of a prayer. Walter Cronkite, as a kind of patron saint of journalism and such, as being like the most trusted guy, and walking us through the sinking of the after walking us through the sinking of the Titanic today, please come back and haunt Barry Weiss. Um, she sucks and she's running CBS into the ground, as well as every, right-wing billionaire owner of every single major news network in this country. Please, um, I would say make sure that they fail, but then they would probably only fail upwards, as Barry Weiss is wont to do. Um, just, just like, just, just make everybody hate her, I guess. Doesn't everybody already hate her? Just get her out of, just like make her go away. Make her just not be in my face all of the fucking time with her little like inbred pug looking smushed face. Anyway, fuck Barry Weiss. That is the conclusion to this today's Wet Hot Titanic Summer. We need more, we do kind of need programs like this to get the children into journalism, because we need more journalism. We need good journalists actually out there doing the actual like journalism and not whatever the fuck is going on in news nowadays. Please try. If you're if you're out there, please try. Um Kids, one day you could help save the world by, reporting on things truthfully and honestly, because the truth needs to matter at some point. And that's You Are There, what was it, season 3? The Sinking of the Titanic. She sank. Oops.